Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, November the 24th, 2023, and welcome to another eBay video. Well, for the second week in a row, I actually just about forgot that I was supposed to put out a video tonight. So here it is, just about close to release time, and I didn't make any notes, so I'm going to have to wing this once again. This will be a live and unscripted video. I will not do any editing. It'll be a one take right through, no cuts. So let's get started. Because it was a holiday week, sales were a lot slower this week. A lot slower. And desperate times lead to desperate measures. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. And I want to talk to you guys about one of my pet peeves on eBay, which is cancellations. Because I had two in one day. Oh, did I say cancellations? I should have said attempted cancellations. Oh, yeah. So I want to talk about that and a few other things. So let's get right into it. Both these incidents happened on Monday night. It was absolutely horrendously slow. And I happened to be on Facebook earlier in the day, and a woman had posted in one of the groups. She said something like, if your sales are really slow, I guarantee you'll make a bunch of sales if you follow all these steps. So I started to read her suggestions. Some of them were good, but some not. She suggested to make a sale with Markdown Manager. That's always a good idea. She also suggested sending out coupons, which I don't do. She also suggested sending out offers to watchers. And every time I do that, I get stung. So I said, no, I'm not doing it. So later in the day, I happened to go back onto Facebook and check the post, and quite a few people had responded to this woman, and they're acting like she's the new god. Oh, thank you so much for your suggestions. I implemented them. I'm making money. I've made several sales. Okay, maybe you did. And then I got weak. I said, well, maybe I will send out offers to watchers. What can happen? What indeed? I sent out 82 offers to watchers. Within about 3 to 4 minutes, I get a ka-ching. I look at the item, and it's a real dog item. Something I can't give away. I can't. I have it listed on eBay for $14. That's 1-4. $14. This person agrees to buy it. Really? About 45 seconds later, I get the alert on my phone. Cancellation request. Oh no. This guy wants to cancel immediately. Okay? So I'll admit I'm angry. Before I can even react, maybe another 30 seconds go by, this joker contacts me through the eBay contact system. And do you want to guess what he said? I know you guys are going to get this. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to see if anyone shouts it out. Of course. I heard 2 people say it. He thought I was sending him an offer to buy his item rather than an offer to buy my item. Now this is total hogwash. I'm sure all of you guys have received best offers from sellers, and eBay makes it abundantly clear that the seller is making you an offer to buy their item. You can't make a mistake unless you're really, really stupid. And this person, in my opinion, is really stupid. So now he's kind of poked the bear a little bit. I was pissed off that he wanted the cancellation. But to be honest with you, I would have accepted that right then and there because I hadn't printed the label. That's my philosophy. I don't care if somebody waits 5 hours. As long as I haven't printed the label, I'll accept the cancellation. But if that label's printed, not happening. So on this case, I was going to accept the cancellation anyway, but this guy's not getting off scot-free. I wrote back to him when he sent me that contact email. I said, either you have to be illiterate or absolutely not paying attention, because eBay makes it very clear that I was sending you an offer to buy my item and not vice versa. I said, and let me tell you something else. I said, eBay didn't pick your name out of a hat. You must be watching this item. What reason do you have watching this item if you don't even plan on buying it? So he wrote back to me and he said, of course, this guy's got so many excuses. He started with one and they would snowball into another. First, he said he was watching my item because he has one he wants to sell. Okay? Then he said he just got out of the hospital and he's on drugs and he didn't pay attention. Well, I believe him that he didn't pay attention, but if he's on some kind of mind-altering drugs, he shouldn't be on eBay. Nonetheless, in all fairness, I hadn't printed the label yet, so I accepted his cancellation. However, I blocked him and I told him he was being blocked. Interesting story number 2, which happened at about the same time. A person does a buy it now on an alloy wheel center cap for $20. That's $20. I happened to actually be on eBay live when this sale came through because I was printing a label for another sale. So I said, let me knock this one off too. So first I printed the packing slip and I took a look at the guy's address and immediately I said, oh no! Why do you think I said that? What state in the United States of America gives me more pause and consternation than any other state? Yell it out, because I've said it many times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys are paying attention. You guys are good. Louisiana. I am not bashful about saying it. I have no state in the United States that causes me more agony than Louisiana. So I said to myself, this ain't going to be good. I boxed up the item, and I printed the label, and I packed it. Just as I'm printing the label, this could not have been timed any better. As I'm printing the label, it's coming out of the printer, I get the alert on my phone, the buyer wants to cancel. Okay? Now, there's no way in hell I'm going to cancel because I printed the label. However, this is where eBay really shines. Their bots picked up on their own that I had printed the label, and they sent a generated email to the buyer saying it was too late to cancel. Now, on a hunch, I said to myself, I think I know why this guy is canceling. I'm willing to bet my last dollar that eBay showed him the same item from another seller cheaper. But then I said to myself, wait a minute. Even if that's the case, how much cheaper could it be than $20? Could it be, it wouldn't be 10, 12? I don't know. So I gambled and I clicked on his feedback, because sometimes you get these big box sellers that leave automatic positive feedback when they get paid. And I implore you, I'm not going to beg you because I really don't care, but I implore you, never do that. Because you'll wind up in a case like I'm in, where the guy wants to cancel and you've already left him positive feedback. I implore you, never do that. But anyway, sure enough, he had just purchased the same item after he bought mine from another seller. There's the positive feedback to prove it. So I clicked on it, and if you know how to do it, you can actually go back to the item in question. And the item price, I believe, was $15.99, where mine was $20. But here's where it gets a little iffy. He's showing a picture of a brand new, beautiful item. Oh, look beautiful. But his feedback was 98%, which, as you know, on eBay is terrible. I said, I bet I know what's going on here. I clicked his negative feedbacks. There was about 15 of them, and everyone said the same thing. They purchased an alloy wheel cap, not necessarily the exact one that I'm selling, but one, and they got it, and it didn't fit correctly, because this person is a China seller. His location is here in the United States, but he's illegally stamping these things out, putting General Motors trademark on the back. All right. Originally, my plan was to actually do a cutaway screenshot and show you all this, but because Cute Joey once again forgot about having to put out a video, there's no time for cutaways tonight. So cosmetically, the thing looks great. It looks superb, but they do not produce the item correctly, so it doesn't fit right on the person's alloy rim. Consequently, all the negative feedback. So, what's the moral of the story here? This wise Willie from Louisiana thought he was going to be a cutie patootie and save $4 by canceling on mine and buying from the other guy. Not only is he not going to save $4, if he ships my item back to me, he wants to return it, he's going to lose $10, $5 shipping each way, plus he's going to lose money on the other item because it's not going to fit his wheel correctly. Who's to blame here? I got to tell you, in my opinion, and the opinion of many other sellers, a good part of the blame falls right on Granddaddy eBay for showing our competition's listings after they pay for our item and are satisfied. This guy was satisfied. He said, $20, I'll pay it. And he did. Then eBay says, ha, you could have had it cheaper. They've been doing this for years, and I don't think they're going to stop. I do believe he's also going to have a problem with the China seller because that thing is not going to fit his wheel correctly. I went back in the history of the feedbacks and I found a couple that bought that item and it didn't fit correctly. So that's fun. So, when you get a chance, guys, in the comment section below, address those two scenarios that I just brought to you, and also once again remind me what state in the United States seems to give you more problems than any other state. And if you have any reason why you think that is, you can add that too. Before we go any further, by popular demand, a quick drink of the Nectar of Life eggnog. Let's pour it on camera. It's got to be poured on camera. Take a little swig of this. Oh, I love it. It's very filling. My funny story of the week has to do with a can of paint. I went to Home Depot the other day. I needed to buy 1 can of paint and a tube of silicone. So I'm coming out to the checkouts, and they had only one full-service checkout open, and that line was really long, and of course it had people with big pieces of lumber, and you know lumber takes forever. But the self-service checkouts were mainly a ghost town, and I was in a rush, so I went right up to the self-service checkout, got the gun, scanned the paint, and an alarm goes off. Beep, 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 beep. Lights are flashing. I said, Jesus Christ, what did I do? So the lady who works the podium, you know when people have problems with the self-checkout, comes sauntering over and inserts her card and resets the machine. And she punched something and says, okay, now you can go. So what do you mean? I said, what did I do wrong? She says, you have to be 18 years old to buy paint. Now, I do believe I'm a little bit older than 18. So I don't understand why this would happen. I said to her, does this happen with every single person that attempts to buy a can of spray paint? She says, indeed it does. No matter how old you are, that alarm's going to go off if you scan a can of spray paint. That's the law. At least the Home Depot law. Crazy as it sounds, but it's true. Okay, guys, I'm not going to keep you too much on this Black Friday. Congratulations to all of you for making it through a Black Friday and that dreaded, horrible day that preceded it. Thank God we're safe till next year. Guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver. You're not. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys make a ton of sales on eBay this week. And I hope you don't have any cancellations because eBay showed your customers a cheaper price from your competition. That's just plain wrong. Thanks for watching. Rock on and peace.